Hello, this is SJ, and the topic is riding the trust train a year into it. Wow, there's so much to share. I don't quite know where to begin. And a friend told me once, well, start at the beginning. Which beginning? There's so many beginnings. Every breath is a new beginning. Every day is a new beginning. But I'll start with this. It's been incredible. This past year has been incredible. My trust that I thought was huge, I suppose, but now it's just gone Richter. The amount of trust that I have is really hard for me to even explain. And this trust, I'd like to make very clear, it's not a trust in the outside world. It's not a trust in people. It's a trust within myself. And I just trust myself completely. And I trust my soul's guidance. I trust my knowing of that guidance. And I just do. I do. And so why am I talking to you today? I'm talking to you because, number one, I love you. I really do. The amount of love in my heart sometimes just whops me up by the side of the head. It's that much. It's just, I get like myself a wallop of love. I have that much love for you. And that love, I've come to really know, doesn't come from anywhere outside of me. It comes from within me. And that love that I'm experiencing and that I'm very happy to share with you is also inside you. It is. It always has been. It always will be. And for whatever reason, you may or may not feel it. So that I've come to really know. I also know there's just too much to even talk about or explain because there's just so much. So maybe I'll make some more videos with different topics. But let's just stick to this. A year of riding the trust train. What's it been like, SJ? Well, the main thing I think to say is to follow your own inner guidance. Only you know what that is. No one else, and I mean no one else, can tell you what that is. And so for me, when I followed my inner guidance, it includes all kinds of things, like just stopping, giving myself permission to be quiet, to sit. I was camping a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time. And when I would sit in camp, there were days, and I kid you not, there were days when I was just so in utter bliss and gratitude to be in nature camping that it felt like I was going to sit there forever. And yet I let myself have whatever time it was that I needed to just be present. And then I'd get a little prompt, a little nudge, like, okay, SJ, it's time to get up and go. It's time to go do something. And then I would act on it. Sometimes I had a prompt to say hello to someone. Most often I didn't. Most of the time I just kind of kept to myself. But a couple of those prompts led to breakfast with a few really nice people here and there. A friend who invited me to her place, and that became just this most wonderful place to go and take a shower. As much as I love camping, sometimes there is just nothing like a shower. And this dear friend, oh my goodness, she was just so generous. And she's not the only one. There were many, many friends who were so generous. And so I listened to the tap on my heart. I acted on it. I was gentle with myself. I gave myself time. And then I made a commitment. I made a commitment to show up and write. And that reminds me, hold on. Okay. Ta-da! I have a book. I have a book. I have a book. My Life is a Mule by S.J. Hilton LeHoven. And it was illustrated by a high school friend, Jocelyn Champagne Shiner. And in case my framing's off, there you go. You can see the book. So I showed up. I made a commitment and I showed up and I wrote. I had no idea what was going to come out. I had no idea. I had no pre-planned idea. I just knew that I had to do it. And if you want to know a little bit more about that process, I recommend that you go to my website, sjlehoven.com, sjlehoven.com, and there's a radio interview there with Taj, and I answer a lot of her questions, and that'll give you that kind of information. But the bottom line is, when we take the time to be with ourselves, to be in nature, to be alone, whatever it is for you, maybe being in a city with a lot of buzz around you is your nature and being alone. I don't know. There's no right or wrong. But make time for yourself and be with yourself. And I guarantee you're going to get the little prompting that's meant for you about what's next. Hello, this is what I want you to do or be or see or whatever. So this trust, when I talk about riding the trust train, I'm talking about trusting yourself, going inside, and then acting on it, acting on whatever arises. For me, that has shown up in the form of this book. And this book it flowed through me. I showed up and I was amazed at times to see what I was typing. And I've come to realize that this book is an activation. This book is an expression of my love for you. And if it calls to you, awesome, read it. I would love that. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. Because this book is a book for seekers. This book, Molly's story, is for people who are seeking, who are curious. So on that note, I just thank you for taking the time to click play. I thank you for showing up for yourself and trusting yourself. And start small wherever you are. That's where you start, where you are. Go back to the beginning. Start at the beginning. Start where you are. Thank you for tuning in, and I wish you just a most gloriously beautiful day. Aloha.